welcome back to this viral match reaction. It sees our Liverpool Mighty Reds victorious in the Champions League matchup against Lille or LOSC, however you want to uh, term for that team, because we continue our good record against French teams in Champions League, and we also continue our excellent record in the league as we have, or Champions League, as we have continued to push on, stay undefeated. Didn't necessarily look like a exciting match in the very beginning parts of it, but we started to warm as normal. And did Barcelona win that game, by the way?
You're joking. They come back from 3-1 down.
No way.
I told you. Typical Barcelona. If it ended 4-4, they went one better. 5-4.
I'll double check. Yeah,
Insane. 5-4. I love it.
Yeah. Let's see. It was.
I can't wait to see that madness.
Yeah, tell me about it. Let's see.
Oh, wow, it's cold. There's a freezing fog just rolled in. You can barely see the
Barcelona did win because they got 18 points. They must have. Yep. They won 5-4.
Yeah, 5-4.
And they had 4 goals in the second half.
That's how it works.
4 goals in the second half.
I love that horror film.
They even scored so many times. I think they got
down
in the second half, maybe.
They're 3-1 down. So I said, don't be surprised if they take this back 4-4. God love European football.
Yeah.
They went one better.
Yeah, Rafinha, captain's match for Rafinha. He gets the game winner.
I've never heard of Pavlidis, the one who scored an hat-trick for Benfica.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard of him now, haven't you, Lee?
Heard of him now. You heard of him now.
Mm-hmm. Sure are.
Yes, you heard of him now. But yeah.
Hello, Kelsey. That's a new name on me. So hello, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Definitely, or is it not a new name on you? No.
No. Yeah, she's a friend.
Oh, okay. Hi, Kelsey.
Big up, Kelsey. Good person. Good person. She's she works with me too. So definitely. Big up to you, big up to your hubby, and big up to Bonkers, big up to Hylor, big up to everyone joining us today. We are live and direct for sure after this big win. Actually, I cannot believe that we are certainly seeing a little bit of an emergence from Chiesa, I would say, like as you're starting to see him certainly progress further and further along his pursuit towards getting match day fit or just being back to the level that we expect Chiesa to be in. I think it's fantastic to see. Actually, certainly you can see that the intensity or just the hunger that he has, and it's really good to see that he is still engaged, and still all in on trying to be a part of this club and contribute to the team, which is fantastic. I will admit there were some interesting substitutions in this game, to say the least, because I don't know. I mean, other than trying, I guess.
Trent's face. He's like, me? He's like looking behind him at one stage, like.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. He's just like, what? Really?
You gonna play me like that today? Okay.
Really? He's like looking at his watch and saying, really? You know, it's only like 5-10 minutes left, right? You really? Yeah. That's really. Vice captains, that's what you have to do. Captain, vice captain.
Chiesa, you're right. No, Chiesa, the boy just wants to play, doesn't he? Sorry to interrupt, but the boy, you can just see it. He's like a dog that's been let off the leash after being locked up all day. The guy just wants to play. It's so infectious to watch.
Yeah.
He makes
that little burst
well.
of his lead to a goal, it stood because it deserved it. Like that little burst.
It's not
and shot.
just mad running around, Oli. It's actual shots. You know, I said I'd back him to score me, but like if nothing else, he create. You know,
He's
like he took the shot.
an excellent extra ingredient, isn't he? For us,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a
Mhm.
Even
available.
off that left, we all expected to see him, but off the right, we all had to kind of just in our heads, I suppose, that he'll come on for a Mo on the right. But
Right. Yeah.
even on the left, it took him a little bit more time to get involved because he was as soon as he did inside out shots, creates a chance. Yeah, Nunes offside, but
Yeah.
I'm really starting to warm up to this guy and what he could do for us. You know,
Yeah.
like he might be more than just another player, if you know what I mean. I mean, if
Yeah.
he could actually play like that for 90 minutes in every game, I mean, we might have a hell of a player on our hands, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, Chiesa's looking like really, really good. Really good with his
How
progression
many minutes
back, and
did
so
he
did
get? By the way, what time was it when he come on? Roughly,
for who?
Oh,
Chiesa.
late-ish. I think it was like 75, I guess 75, maybe. He
75th
got
minute.
about 20.
All right.
75th
Was it?
minute when Chiesa
Yeah.
came on. Yep. And it was good.
And
It was good. I mean, that's what it was very similar to why and where, in that previous match when we were like, where I was saying I would have liked to have seen Chiesa, or I would have, and we didn't even, I only think we didn't even used our 5 subs in that game. It's just like, hey, you know what? Throw him on there for 5-10 minutes, or let him go wild. Obviously he's got a lot of energy. He's certainly looking more engaged, I would say, or more electric with his intentions. So I was just like, you know what? I'll throw him out there. He's got skills, he's got talent, and class is permanent. So yeah, just let him get out there and do his thing. And same with Harvey Elliott. I'm hoping that this coach is finally recognizing the fact that, hey, let's get these players that can contribute onto the pitch and give them an opportunity to contribute and get a little run in for themselves. Because I thought Elliott was a good burst of adrenaline, a good burst of energy and intensity for us. And I thought he played well. I thought Endo was also a good insertion into the game. I thought he was solid as ever. Got a couple of really good foul calls where there were some really good him either shielding the ball or maybe even him trying to progress and get into a spot to possibly get us an opportunity.
Yeah, he deserved a chance, didn't he? He deserved a chance, and he took it quite well because he played good. Come on.
Yeah. That's the whole part and point. Give these guys a chance. That's all they're really looking for is an opportunity. It was disappointing that we did go. I was going to say his last part and point. I was disappointing that we did go up, or they went down 10 men, and we still and then pretty much a few minutes later, after them going and getting that second yellow, which became a red for. Who was the player that got it? Mandy, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Mandy got the second yellow and got issued off the pitch for the second yellow, they were down to 10 men, and then an unfortunate rebound style, like deflection, or not rebound, deflected type shot bounces right to their striker, who is certainly a good player. And the Canuck put it in to the back of the net to kind of break up the clean sheet. And that was the unfortunate part for me. That was a little bit of a letdown that they didn't get what should have probably been a clean sheet. But I remember Brian, or I heard Brian, that you wanted to say something.
I don't know. I don't want to be too controversial or too confrontational too early, but I don't like the way it's been used as a kind of a stick. I think people have been searching around for sticks to beat Slot with, and one of them is this kind of idea that he doesn't realize how good some of these players are, or he doesn't trust them, and he's making mistakes by not picking them, and like that like nobody knows better than him how good these players are. I don't
I
think
mean,
it's sort
there
of
are,
like
yeah, Klopp does, but go ahead.
no, but nobody knows better than the coach how good his players are.
Right, I know, just joking.
So the idea that's like he's kind of been neglecting these people or something, it's just look, it's a tough game at the top. There's not a lot of space and I think he's going to be sitting there going, like old coaches, it's like it it's hard to drop these guys. It's hard to leave these guys out. But I don't like the way it's been used as this kind of a negative to be found against Slot that he's sort of people are going to, oh, he picks his favorites. He has his favorites. Someone saying, oh, he was reverting to type. What's reverting to type for Slot?
Mm,
Getting us top of the Premier League and top of the Champions League. That's type. He's only here 6 months. Oh, he's playing the favorites game. There's no such thing as favorites. There's the best players. That's what, I just
mm,
think Elliot and these people, it's not that they've been sort of neglected. He knows how good they are. He knows they can do a job. Will they get to play all the time? Probably not. But these guys got their chance tonight and they took it or whatever. But I just think it's weird that people are kind of taking this thing out. And it's not you, but I've seen a couple other people. I won't, but anyway, that is it. Oh, he's letting these players down by not picking. No, he's not letting the club down by winning his games. And yeah, the people that came in tonight, Harvey came on. Harvey did well.
yeah,
But I
Yeah,
just
he
don't think
probably
it's
have to
it's
do,
something that
didn't he?
he deserves to be hung out to dry. I'm not saying, but some people are trying to hang Slot out to dry for not playing these people. It's his job to get the best 11 out on the pitch, and everybody that doesn't start, be ready when you're called upon, and come on and contribute when you're called upon. I just think it's a bit of an odd, like that word I hate, narrative, but I can see it being kind of brought up by a few people who seem to have a kind of a built-in anti-Slot agenda that they're trying to find anything to kind of complain about. And now it's like the people that they didn't rate last year, they're complaining about Slot not playing them. But these people last year, they were like, wouldn't pick that guy. But because Slot doesn't do it, they're picking on him for not doing it because they kind of have a Slot thing. So, but I think everybody that did what they did today deserved their chance to
Yeah.
come on. It's a squad game. It'll always be a squad game. It takes one injury tomorrow to somebody else, and guess what? You've got to shout. You're in the team.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The
like,
Plymouth game
what was it?
coming up
KJ
so soon, isn't it?
was it KJ was saying there? I don't know what. Sorry, KJ said. Harvey plays the passes that Sabozlai sees but doesn't attempt. I thought that was an. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but I thought that was an interesting comment. I think. Yeah, that's an interesting comment. I think
what was the comment?
Harvey plays the passes that Sabozlai sees but doesn't attempt.
Mm. I don't know about that one. But I get where he's trying to go with it. I mean, I think Harvey has a little bit better passing range than Dom, but Dom, it's not like Dom isn't capable of making, those kinds of passes. Maybe Harvey just looks more towards more comfortable in them.
Yeah, Harvey has always been good in like that's why people always say like about Harvey on the right, Harvey on the right. There is no Harvey on the right. Where you want Harvey's in, like, do you remember that thing before he scored? He got the ball just outside the box and he did a little shimmy and he went past two people.
Yeah,
Like he could. That's Harvey. He can do that kind of stuff as well. He's got that lovely little close control. He was
Mm-hmm.
kind of on the left hand side of their penalty box. Ball came into him really, and then boom, he was past two people. Just a drop of the shoulder and a twist.
Yeah, he's got that low sense of gravity, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's his spot. Is just in that middle, popping off little passes, and I think KJ is probably like Harvey will probably sort of attempt more, but maybe they won't all come off. Whereas Dom might choose to wait and then play like the more better pass. Wait, I mean, it's probably kind of 50-50 in terms of like whether they come off at all. But Harvey does like to play first time, intricate, boom, one touch, try that kind of ball. Whereas I think I get what he's saying is Dom likes it. No, wait for the next one. I'll wait for a better opportunity or something. But also, you get someone like Harvey comes on desperate to influence the game.
It's
So
nearly as
obviously, try
yeah,
shit quick.
nearly as good a story for Harvey as it was for Darwin, the Brentford game, innit? Him getting the winner tonight, because he hasn't had a look in, has he, really, for a while, in the same way that Darwin hasn't much lately. Darwin got his 2 goals, didn't he? And Harvey got his 1 tonight, got the winner tonight.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the guy. Like,
Yeah.
he showed enjoyment.
I did tell you it's an interesting
Top
place. It's an interesting place. I get what you're saying, where you're going with some of the things that you're saying. It's just that, I think with the emergence of social media, obviously it's the emergence of the platforms and the forums that we keep now, and maybe even some of the generational gaps between our interpretations of how to conduct ourselves and how to how we look and view the game. It's a unique situation because it's certainly a jambalaya pot of of different interpretations, different reads, different impressions that you're bringing on and bringing into the mix. I know that I made a comment backstage when we were hanging out about how I think I might even alluded to it in the pregame, but I was saying how what I would like to see is certainly every opportunity that you can have be great. For instance, with Nunez, I was very interested to see, I'm glad to see he's getting an opportunity. I'm glad to see that he's going to get a chance to, possibly, piggyback off of the success that he had in that previous game. And all the same, though, knowing that there will be vultures hovering above him, waiting for him to possibly not meet expectations, certainly fail, possibly. But what's that?
That's the worst place to be, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're in a place like that, it's no, I just thought, when you said that to me, it's like, you're saying, I almost kind of wish he didn't start because if he has a bad game, people be on his back. I was like, oh, dude, that is just not where you want to be.
That's not
where you want to be. So we
I
need
mean,
to
I was looking at it maybe
refresh that
yeah,
environment or whatever it might be. How do you change that idea where even if he has a good game, it'll be because of this. If he has a bad game, it's just, how did we get him out of it?
Yeah,
that's not a nice place to be.
That sucks. Because it sucks that there's people that will go as far as they're on his back about every touch, it's under. I pointed it out once again. I pointed it out towards because Lawrence McKenna did have a response. He's been actually responding. I don't know specifically to just my own comments, but the last he brought out an episode where he almost pretty much said some things that I said in my response to him. And I was pretty interested to hear what he had to say. But it's like some of these people, they just rather than just allow for the person to enjoy his moment in the sun and hopefully build on it. But you don't have to necessarily continue to have this microscope on him to say, I'm not going to enjoy and appreciate the rest of the things going on in the game. I'm just going to highlight just the one perspective on this one particular player, and that's why I was saying Chiesa had a good return today. I like the action that we saw off the ball for him. I thought Endo was good. Kwanzaa was decent today. He looked like he was a little bit more engaged. He had bits of he has some real bits of confidence in there that I was happy to see that he has and the likes. I was I was actually impressed with Bradley today. I like Bradley in that right back spot, Does Trent offer something different? Absolutely. But today seeing Bradley in that spot wasn't necessarily was no real dramatic drop off or anything like that. It's like one of those things where you're like, I like the fact that we have some rotations, the chances that these players got. I was very interested to see what this new midfield that we're going to be seeing today was going to look like. With I think this Brian pointed out, I can't think of the first time, if not the last time, that this midfield started a game together. So I was interested to see what this midfield was going to look like. And they performed decently. They had to get a little bit into rhythm. That I think we can all agree on. But if you think about it, this is the midfield that I wouldn't mind seeing. Maybe even if you would take out Curtis, I'd probably put Mac in the 10 role personally and let Dom play that pivot with Grav. But all the same, I was happy to see what they did and how they progressed and slowly but surely warmed to the game. Who else played pretty decently today? I thought it was, an average game for. I thought it was an average game for Lucho. I thought it was an average game for Simicast. But I mean, but all the same, I did think that they didn't. It wasn't like they were negatives. No one. I don't think anyone was a negative on the game today. I don't think anyone was really a negative on the game. But that's what I mean. I already know that on the internet or on Twitter right now, people have been pretty much saying "I told you so" about Nunez and this, and he needs to do this, he needs to do that. I'm just like, really? And it's our own fans. That's the sad thing about it. Good bit of it. It's not like this is like rivals aren't really putting those comments in. It's our own fans saying it. And it's kind of that part's kind of frustrating at this point. We won today, got scored on a unfortunate kind of balances out because we got a goal scored on us from an unfortunate bounce, and then we scored our goal. Harvey got his goal from for them, an unfortunate deflection for them. It's like also when Salah took his thing, and I'm going to land here. When Salah got his goal, I was just saying to myself, you know what? I would have liked to have seen Nunez get the goal because I'm more worried about Nunez getting into or trying to muster up some form than I am Salah, because I know Salah will find his form. He's definitely a polished veteran. And I thought, oh wow, there was an opportunity that was like an easy pass. The goalkeeper's coming out. It's an easy pass. Nunez would have been an easy tap in for Nunez, and it certainly would have helped him. But Salah needs a goal too, and it ended up being a big goal. Ended up being a very big goal. Ends up being his 50th goal. I think that's what Lisa Pops was saying earlier. Ends up being his 50th goal in the Champions League. So obviously, he loves breaking records. So I get the fact that he would probably take the opportunity himself. Was not an easy shot, by the way. That was not an easy shot. It was a very well taken goal. And yeah, it's just those little things. So it's, it's interesting how perspectives and narratives can be kind of switched around by some simple parameters.
Yeah, and both ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
he's
both
in the top
ways.
10 all time now in Champions League history. Yeah.
Yeah, you can flip it both ways. It's been done. That's why the people who sit on the sidelines are so frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Mo's job is to do what he does. Mo ain't closing in on all-time Premier League scorer, top 5 shit by, worrying about Darwin's form.
Right.
He sees the goal, he's going to go for it. That's him. That's what he does. That's what he's always done.
Yep.
People always used to say, like, you could replace Darwin in that scenario for Mane. 2 years. 2 years, people, they were trying to find a reason to pick us apart. And they'd notice that Mo doesn't pass to Mane every time. They'd say, like, oh, look, typical Mo, not passing to Mane, trying to go the whole hog himself. They tried to bring that shit up about him then. And then Mane had to come out and go, we don't have this, just literally no problem. Like, people are, they're falling out because Mo never passes to Mane because he wants all the goals himself.
Mm-hmm.
And Mane, they had to come out and go, that's just literally bullshit. You're just trying to create a thing that doesn't exist. Mo's always been that guy. Yeah, you don't get to where he is by being generous, but it's not. It's like you say, it's sort of like when Michael Owen criticised Darwin for chipping the keeper from outside the
Mhm.
box 1-on-1, saying that's what you wouldn't teach a kid to do.
Mhm.
Like, also, you wouldn't teach a kid to do what Salah did. You would teach a kid to do, there's a guy there to your left in space, one easy pass, and he has an open goal.
Yep.
Or you can try and finish it by bending it around. Okay, you've gone and finished it by bending around and go, okay.
Mhm.
It's that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, I was just offering you the more percent. No, Mo, bang, I get
Right.
that, but no, I'm not doing that. But yeah,
Right.
in the textbook, that's give it to the guy on the left who, like you said, keepers come
Right.
out to Mo.
Right.
Nice and easy pass to
Right.
Darwin,
Right.
and he has an open goal.
Yeah. And
But
it's also
Mo's just like, nah, man,
and
no,
especially when it's your
sorry.
striker, by the way. If it's your number 9,
But it's the
they're
play.
the
It's
ones
the
that
play. Do
that's
you know what I
like,
mean? It's the play.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's Mo.
yeah.
But it's
Oh,
Mo.
I get
That's
it.
like
No,
saying
I'm
Jordan.
not.
Yeah.
A, he scored it, so I could care less. But
Oh
B,
fuck. Hey, if
yeah,
he blasts that past it, then we have a conversation.
right,
If
exactly,
he
yeah,
blasts that over, then it's like, yeah.
right,
But yeah, that's the thing. When you put it in the back of the net, then kind of
yeah.
you know,
It's one of those
then
things, like,
conversation.
it's like for those that watch basketball, like if you see someone pull up for a 3-pointer, you're like, and you're like, no, 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 and it goes in, you're like, oh yeah, 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 yeah,
You're
yeah,
like legend,
yeah,
genius. Of course,
yeah,
never doubted you,
genius.
bro. Never doubted you.
Never doubted
Never
you.
doubted you.
Never doubted you. Yeah,
Next
exactly.
time, man, you do you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. But yeah, you definitely yeah, there's those things that, if it's your number 9, normally you expect him to be fed the ball, but this team thinks differently. This team thinks differently because you have such prolific scorers that are on the wings that can do striker-like things, and that's what Mo Salah did today. Got his 50th goal, joins the top 10 of all time Champions League goal scorers. Incredible accomplishment, one that is a notable accomplishment. I'd have to double check and see. I'm gonna look and see actually who is the top 10 actually, because
No, we do. It's like you feed the 9. I don't know if you feed the 9. You take the. We're all there on the pitch. The guy that's in the position to do it. It shouldn't be all about creating goals for one guy. It's he had his chances. Everyone had their chances, but
you know who he you know who he ties actually. If that's his 50th, it is his 50th. He ties that guy that I said he sits at the table with at the Premier League, in the Premier League. Henri and Mbappe both are on 50. We're both on 50 goals in the Champions League. With that, if that is his fifth, that is his 50th, I guess. This is a little bit of an older list because it has him when he had 47 goals. But if that's his 50th Champions League goal, that would make him possibly tied. Let me get a more accurate number, more accurate list here. All right, let's see. Another person is what is this? What's Kevin saying? Oh yeah. Oh, did she really say that story today too? That's a growing story as well about the whole like 2 signed but one hasn't out of the three signatures. We just haven't announced the third until we get it done so that there's no pressure on that other player, so that he doesn't get all the ridicule or something. That's what the angle that they're going with that story. So let me give you the top. This is according to UEFA.com. Look, no one is getting close to the number 1 or number 2 spot that is certainly not happening. Champions League, Ronaldo has 141 goals. Messi has 129 goals. Wow, that's a lot of goals, man.
Mhm.
Lewandowski 103, Benzema 90. Raul Gonzalez has 71. Van Nistelrooy has 60. Shevchenko had 59. Thomas Mueller has 55. And both Henri and that guy whoever made that Wikipedia page must have messed up. Both Henri and Salah have 51 goals. So he has now joined the top 10 by tying Henri.
Yeah, that's
Mbappe
good.
has 50 goals actually in this list. I'm going to believe this list over the Wikipedia page list, but yeah, this has Mbappe at 50 goals. But that's an incredible accomplishment, man. It's a really incredible accomplishment.
I will want to play in the PSV game to try and get more goals. You probably want to play, won't he?
I'm sure he'll want to play.
Yeah.
If we see him line up in a game that technically we now, at least the worst, we just can't lose that game to secure top spot. If we end up drawing that game, we will end up, even if we end up drawing that game, or especially if we win it, obviously, but if we draw that game, we will end up with the top spot, as Barcelona did win today. So there's still only 3 points behind us. Now, if we were to lose that game and then they were to win that game, it'd be different settings. But and they would be top of the league, actually, if we were to lose that game and they were to win that game. I will admit this, the Champions League, for all those people that did not like this Champions League format and were certainly critics of it because of the way that it's set up, with the whole you play one team here and then you don't have to see that team again. It's like the league style, obviously, and then even a truncated version of the league style, since you don't have to play that team in the reverse fixture. It has created a little bit of intrigue for that final week. There's still a lot to play for that final week. So
yeah. Got tomorrow's games as well, haven't we?
yeah,
City playing tomorrow night, are they?
yeah. There's still a lot of things to go.
It was
That
City
will go
playing
today.
tomorrow night then.
What's that? Say it again.
It was City playing tomorrow night in the Champions League. If they're playing tomorrow.
City. Okay, I'll give you that game in a second. Hold on, let me see. City are going to play. Is waiting for it.
PSG away.
PSG away. Okay, there you have it.
Yes.
Yeah, my it's loading up. It's pretty wild. They have an actual predictor on it, simulator on this site now. Very interesting. For some reason, it's still loading up. I'd have to get it on my phone. But it is interesting. I know that there are some other games that are going to have impact on a lot of on the placements of other teams. I'll give you all the scores from today.
Bayern away at Feyenoord. Yeah, no, sorry, yeah. Yeah, like of the teams that we're talking about that are kind of having a bad one, PSG, City and Bayern are all playing tomorrow. They're teams that are kind of, and Bayern are away at Feyenoord, but PSG and City are playing each other. So, and then also Real Madrid, who are kind of having a bad one, but they're at home against Real Salzburg. So yeah, the teams that we were talking about earlier on when we were talking about Lille, that there was a lot of teams behind them, big teams behind them. For them, yeah, Madrid, PSG, Man City, and Bayern all play tomorrow night.
Yep,
and they'll be looking to do something.
A lot of red cards today, by the way.
PSG City one is an interesting one.
Yeah. Not only that, I was just going to say, and then we can go back to the game that you were pinpointing. There was Atalanta won 5-0 today. Monaco won 1-0 over Villa. Stuttgart was 3-1 winners over Bratislava. 0-0 Juventus gets the goose eggs with Club Brugge. And let's see, 2-1 Bologna over Dortmund. And then, like I said, like I was hinting at, there were a lot of red cards today. Lille had the red card, obviously, in the game against us, 2-1. But PSV won 3-2, but still got a red card in that game. Let's see if they tell me who it is. I had to put it over. And in that Barcelona game, Benfica went down to 10 men. They lost 4-5 in that game. And then Atletico
Flamingo.
and Leverkusen were 2-1. Atletico Madrid won 2-1 over Leverkusen. They were down 1-0 that game. Ended up winning the game 2-1, but they were red cards issued for both Atletico Madrid, which wasn't surprising, considering how they move. But Leverkusen also got a red card in that game too, and it ended up being 2-1 at the end of the end result.
Yeah, just on your question, kind of. I mean, sometimes football is a wonderful game. Sometimes, for lots of reasons, and I know for me sometimes they're quite kind of quirky reasons, but I know Lee also enjoys quirky reasons.
Mhm.
And you were asking who got sent off in the PSV game. Well, not
Pepe?
only was the guy who got sent off called Ryan Flamingo,
Huh.
which is just basically an awesome fucking name. His name is Ryan Flamingo, right? He got sent off, but he also scored. So Ryan Flamingo scored and got sent off for PS. I mean, just being called Ryan Flamingo on its own, that's brilliant. But to score and get sent off in the same game,
Yeah,
yeah,
and if the horse
Mandy
was
gets sent
Flamingo,
off.
it'd be even
Flamingo
weirder,
gets
wouldn't
sent
it?
off.
Oh, you guys are
Yeah,
talking over each other. Good. Say again.
yeah. Sorry, no, that'll be a quiz question in 10 years. In what game did a flamingo get sent off? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. In what
That's
game
like
did a
something from the
no,
Flash.
it'd be even
My
better.
name
What
is
game did
Orion
Flamingo
Flamingo.
score and get sent off?
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
It's not just as a hell of a name, but it's a goal and a red card. What a night! What a night for Ryan
What a night
Flamingo.
for a Flamingo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a vague. It's like it's Sammy Davis Jr. with support from Ryan Flamingo on the. It's
There you
just
go. There you
it's
go.
right.
There you go. Yeah, they were talking about the games tomorrow. AC Milan play Girona, Arsenal against Dynamo. That's GNK Dynamo. Salzburg versus Real Madrid, host Real Madrid. Or excuse me, Real Madrid hosts Salzburg. Excuse me. Shakhtar hosts Brest. Leipzig will be hosting Sporting CP. Paris or PSG will be hosting Manchester City, and Celtic will be bringing their best against the young boys in their matchup. And Feyenoord actually host Bayern Munich, and Sparta Praha is going to be faced off against Inter tomorrow.
Who did you say Arsenal are playing?
Arsenal are playing GNK Dynamo.
To my eternal chagrin, I do not know that club. GNK Dynamo. Let me guess now. Let me see.
Oh, that'll be Sorry, who's playing what now?
Who Arsenal are playing? What country they're from?
They're from I think they're from probably Czechoslovakia, I want to say, or something. That's what I'm guessing.
GNK Dynamo, apparently they're called.
Croatia. I said Czechoslovakia. Croatia.
Oh, they're playing Zagreb. Dinamo Zagreb, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Dinamo Zagreb, yeah. That's what, yeah. DNK.
Well, if you on here, it's that.
Oh, I know, no, I know. I know. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah, especially the Croatian, there's 15 different ways that people name these teams.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that most people would know would be Dinamo Zagreb.
Yeah, a big name. They're quite a big name a long time ago.
They're at home. It's Arsenal at home, though. That's they're not going to even Arsenal are not going to mess that up. Definitely, that's
Do they need the win, do they, to make sure of going through the top?
They don't necessarily. They don't. I don't think they need the win. I'll double check for you though, because I think they're like. I think the Croatian team is in like 25th place or something like that, but I don't know how many points it'll be to get them out of that spot.
Arsenal are 5th. They are 25th. Oh, they're actually just below the line of they're level on points with Man City,
Mm,
but they're like -9 behind them. But yeah, they're actually on the cutoff for relegation. But they're like Man City are actually the bottom team in terms of the before the cutoff.
yep. Yep.
Uh,
Actually, you know what? Yeah.
so
The Croatian team, if they were to win tomorrow, that'd be big because they could move possibly into the top 24.
and PSG are currently in the relegation zone
Mhm.
as it stands, and they're playing Man City at home. PSG are on 7 points. Man City are on 8.
Yep.
Anyone below 24 gets relegated. Man City are 24th. City are
I'll show you.
26th.
We'll
That's
give you
crazy.
a little presentation for this too. I'll
That is
bring up
crazy, man. I didn't
Yeah.
realize PSG were actually that low.
It'd be funny if
Yeah,
they
well, if
draw.
you can, I'll show you their let me share with you guys their.
These people, man. These boys, Madrid as well, are
So this
really low
is
down.
this is where the cutoff begins. Like, you can't really see all of it. I don't think I can see. Yeah, it'd be too small for that. But at the bottom of the table here, that's the young boys. You can see they've lost 5 straight. You see Leipzig's lost 5 straight. Salzburg. So these teams are pretty much, they don't have any points, obviously. I'll just move past that. They've already been eliminated, actually, these 3 teams. So right here is where we're talking about. Manchester City, as Brian was noting, only have 8 points. They sit in 24th. They sit at the line of not advancing in the into the knockout stage. So this upcoming matchup is huge for them, because if Dynamo were to win hypothetically and go above them, then they could win. They would have to win their final game and hope for the Croatian team to end up not winning, obviously not drawing or winning their last game. PSG, it would be a big win if they get this win tomorrow against Manchester City, because then that propels them and pushes Manchester City into the relegation or into the elimination, and pushes PSG into the knockout stages. I'm telling you, this is. I actually think that this is this makes it. How often have we been in Champions League? How often have we been in Champions League and being like, oh, you're coming up on the last, parts of the knockout or excuse me, the group stages, and you're like, this game's pointless. This game means nothing. There's a lot of games, with this format, a lot of teams have to do well in this stage and possibly the next.
For Celtic to have more points than City looks bizarre. But, that's the
Real
way
Madrid,
it is.
very much the same. Real Madrid, if PSG were to win and Real Madrid and Manchester City were to both lose, PSG would push Real Madrid on the verge of going and being eliminated, and they would push Manchester City into the elimination zone. PSG could rescue their Champions League hopes by getting a win tomorrow.
Well, I hope we get one of Paris Saint-Germain, City, and Real Madrid missing out of the 3 of them. Probably, they'll probably all make it, but I don't know. You might get one of them missed out.
Chances are they will work out a way to get in. I understand that. They're all good teams, obviously. City's starting to find their form. Certainly, Real Madrid is a capable team of beating anyone in the world, obviously. But yeah, you're looking at Celtic. 9 points. Real Madrid at 9 points. Stuttgart at 10 points. They just
They
played
need
today.
one more win out of 2 games, don't they, Madrid and City? They only need 1 win out of the 2 games you've got left. Same, probably the same for Paris, is it? Just 1 more win to see them through. It'd put them on 10, wouldn't it?
It looks like I would
Well,
I'd probably
teams
say
normally
to
don't
make
win.
it into the knockout stages, you're going to probably need at least 11 points, 12 points, maybe 11, 12 points to probably make it into the knockout stages.
Okay. All right. Isn't the playoffs and all that bollocks this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like, so again, this right here, this line that the curse is over. That's the number 9 spot. That's the knockout stage. Those teams get seeded. So it would be, first, second, third, fourth, obviously going down to 8th place, and then they would obviously go against the unseeded teams. Now, I think it's still, even though they're unseeded, they still get a. I don't think it's a lottery or something. I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. A Paris win or a draw would do me tomorrow. Anything but a City win. It'd be so funny if they were to miss out in this new format's first season, especially when we've won 7 out of 7 so far.
Yeah.
Be a nice position.
Yeah, no doubt that loss today, for instance, for Villa, really hurt them in that now they're still in the top 8, but again, a win by Bayern Munich, a win by Brest, a win by, let's say, even AC Milan, even a win by, well, no, they're all done playing. A win possibly. Let me see. They got 2 points. No, that's all right. So they got 2 or 3 teams that could possibly end up going above them if they're not fortunate. But Barcelona, what's really cool about that is that we've secured right here, as you can see right now, that green and blue means we've secured round of 16, and we've also secured a knockout playoff place confirmed. So yes, we will be in that next stage.
I think we're taking we're ripping people's hands off for this at the start of the season.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't need to be. This is yes. I'm taking that. Whatever it is, yeah. PSV is an unknown. Who cares? Yeah, I'll take whatever happens.
We were both pretty happy though for the draw. When we saw that draw, that it was really a favorable draw for us to get the teams that we got and have them at home, as opposed to like having Real Madrid at home as opposed to away was a big advantage, I believe, for us.
Do you remember the win away to PSV in the quarterfinal in 2007 before we lost in Athens to AC Milan? We beat PSV, did we, in the quarterfinal under Rafa? That was a good game.
Yeah, certainly was. Yeah.
Wasn't a bad PSV side then.
Yeah, but
that's our next. That's the team that we play next. Actually, is PSV.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. We'll take this right now. This is people mentioned earlier we needed a point to secure top 8. It's just like you could have got 50,000 to 1 on us not finishing in the top 8 before this game. The set of results that would have needed to go against us to finish outside of the top 8 from first position after how many games or 2 games? No, that was done. That was done. So it's now just like, so anything other than this, top 4 in this league, whatever, where we are, this is all just needs to be kind of put in context and think back to where you were at the start of the season. Nobody had us. We doing well, okay? But it's all temper expectations. Klopp is leaving, new manager. So to be where we are right now is I think it's like in the levels of overachievement, massively. Over exceeding expectations, if nothing else.
Who do they have to play? Barcelona has to play Atalanta at
That
home,
won't be
though.
easy.
It won't be easy, but they
Oh
have
no,
to
this
play
is done
Atalanta,
anyway.
who
Yeah,
just won 5-0, obviously, today.
yeah, that'll probably be 6-6. Barcelona just won 5-4. That'll probably be like, yeah, that'll be another mad game by the sounds of it.
Would it be
Sounds like
goal difference if they were on 20? If they were on
See what I mean?
the same
See what
points,
I
if we
told you?
lost our last game and they won theirs, would it be goal difference then?
I told you. I told you people are going to be talking about it next week.
What?
Even if we won today, I said people next week will be like, what about that goal difference?
Oh, yeah.
And we're already doing it right
They're
now.
already doing it. Yeah, there is. That it is. At first, it
Well, if they score 7 and we only score 2,
yeah.
people start.
Ours must be favourable because we haven't we've been good. We handed out a few hidings as well along the way.
We've smashed this. We've smashed this fucking Champions League. Let's just get it over.
We could conceive of
coming
just
up to
playing
the
like
end of it.
Swans and Neto at centre back in Eindhoven. If we wanted to.
Great stadium, that to the Kuip. That is a
Mm.
brilliant stadium.
Yeah.
Wait, you see that anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, if you've never seen a full the Kuip and that place going crazy, it is mental. It's all these huge steep sides. It's like the whole thing is just landing. It's a crazy stadium.
Yeah. We have PSV. They have Atalanta. Let's see some of the other teams that they might have coming up in this.
Did Lookman score again tonight? Was Lookman on the score sheet?
I could tell you that.
That guy's had some career. Being a bit of a failure.
Yeah, for sure.
Was
African Player of the Year.
Didn't work at Fulham, didn't work at Leicester, goes to Atlanta, and next thing you know, hat-trick in the Europa League final, African Player of the Year. What a move. One of the most just I don't know. And he didn't kick off straight away there. It took a little bit of time, but
Lookman did have a goal,
Leicester,
by the way. He did have a goal.
Guy's on fire, man. The guy, I love it. I love to see it. Yeah, that Europa final hat trick, absolutely ridiculous. That got him the AFCON player of the year. Or what did he go? African player of the year. Anyway.
They got goals from actually they got 5 different players that scored goals today. So, but nice. Lookman was one of the goal scorers, and he scored in the 90th minute. He scored. One was
nice spread though.
Yeah, definitely a nice spread for them. A lot of good players in form for that game. It was a home game, albeit it was against a team that's not exactly exactly, Sturm Graz isn't from the Austrian league, isn't exactly the best of competition, but it is still a team. You can only play whoever's in front of you is the team you got to play. So you make the most of it and you get it done. So yes,
5 points. 5 points. Sorry, 5 points.
Oh, by the way, they did.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say 5 points to first person who can tell me which famous movie star is the Sturm Graz Stadium named after.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Say that again.
He said
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. There's Schwarzenegger Stadium.
Yeah.
I remember us playing them, Sturm Graz. Like we played that when we were under Julia, I think. Sturm Graz.
There has been, so with this, the UEFA just updated the table. I will give you the updated table. Now this I'll even show you the updated table. Actually, it'd be a little bit easier to do so. And then I'll, let me bring in JK and bring in Delonte both to say hello. How you guys doing?
All good, bro. Happy.
Good.
All good.
Okay. Nolante, how are you doing? JK's rocking out with the music in the background.
You get me?
Nolante. Yeah. Good to see Nolante as well. He's might be involved in something with his daughters or something, the family.
Yep.
But I'll bring this up.
Good game.
Bring this up for you. Good game, yeah, for sure. Let me bring this up.
Played pretty well.
Yeah. This is the updated table for everyone that wants to recognize. So the green and the blue represent. So the green represents a round of 16 place confirmed. The blue represents a knockout place, playoff place confirmed. So that means that they could still fall out of the top 8, but even if they fell out the top 8, they won't. They're not in contention of falling out of the top 16 at least. So they'll at least make the top 16. So that said, Liverpool and Barcelona have secured a round 16. We're the only 2 teams that have now secured places into the round of 16. We will not be. There's no way that we end up into that playoff. Atletico Madrid moves up to 3rd place. Atalanta, 4th place. Arsenal, who still has to play tomorrow, is currently sitting in 5th place, but they have secured a round of 16 and a knockout place as well. Let's see, Leverkusen, Inter, Villa, Brest, Monaco, and Lille. Even though Lille had the loss today, they still are assured that they will be in at least the playoffs, if not into the round of 16 with the top 8. So I just wanted to show you that. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 6 places left to be secured for that top 8, and there are let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 places to be secured for the top 16, and obviously there are plenty of placements. There's a whole 8 placements that could be leapfrogged into for.
Yeah, it's on Paris to leapfrog City and knock them in there.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be very nice. Very nice. Oh, I like it. I like the avatar there, JK.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. Certified for sure. Qualified, but certified too.
That's why I wanted to win today, because I didn't want Barcelona to finish top. We get a point in our next game, we top like 100%. So I'm just happy. But Barcelona are doing crazy things in Portugal. So mad result, but yeah, no doubt that was a game. It did not look like Barcelona was going to pull that one out. It did not look good at all, to be honest with you. 3-1. They got a guy on a hat trick. You know, they got a I believe what they have a red card in that too. I said right. Yep, they got a red card as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's enough. Okay.
And yet they still ended up pulling that one out. So
I think, but when I look at all the teams in the Champions League, they're the only ones who are sort of showing any sort of ambition, any sort of getting results and stuff out of the big team. You know, for me, Barcelona have been off the boil recently, but they're looking kind of better this year. Hansi Flick's there, the German guy, done a good job. They're scoring, you know, they're second position.
No doubt. Germans are good coaches. What can we say? They are definitely good coaches. Dutch aren't that bad either. So it's good.
Honestly, look, I heard he's pretty good.
Yeah. That's why I said it. But feel good moment of the game. What was your feel good moment of this one? When Nolante goes off mute, I'll ask him. But I'll start with you, JK.
I would say the Salah finish.
Okay.
Beautiful. Just beautiful, yeah. And I think Salah, in general, for me, probably the man of the match. He was sort of back to his sort of menacing self, you know what I mean? He looked busy today, Salah. Happy.
He was
Yeah,
engaged. He was definitely engaged.
Yeah,
but you
definitely.
could tell that he was like, yeah, he was definitely engaged.
You know, when he plays with Darwin, Salah turns into a different type of player.
Yeah.
And I think
That's why
Darwin
he
sort of
says what he
sacrifices.
said.
Like Darwin sacrifices his own game sometimes because of that, but we see the best of Salah with that. So fair play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed on that one. Yeah, Coco seems to be in our on the podcast or excuse me, the podcast on this live stream today. So
I can't do anything because I have no headphones. I've only a laptop.
I got you.
So you're going to get some what they call ambient sounds.
I got you. Yeah. How about for you then, Brian? What was your feel good moment? And then we'll go to Lee.
My feel good moment was when Darwin's goal was ruled off for offside.
Okay.
I just put my Tom Little mask.
There you go.
Because I know you're out there waiting for them to say, yeah, there's someone out there just going, yes.
I know. He is. You know how bad it was? I don't know what I mean. I'm hoping that nothing bad was occurred in his way to the live stream, but he was supposed to be on he was supposed to be on one of the bigger channels out there, and was after Nunez's big goals,
big channel.
And all of a sudden, who doesn't show up? I wonder. But then again, much like he said, he was much like he said he was happy that Nunez was suspended. If he ended up getting suspended, I'm hoping, at least I'm hoping, I was happy to see he got suspended from speaking on our behalf as Reds that day. I did not want to hear him have to say anything other than eat humble pie. But
no, my actual, if you want a feel good moment, one that made me just laugh was what basically was the Trent reaction to be like.
Okay, that was good. That's good.
That genuinely made me laugh. So, like the goals, the game, yada yada. Well, typical solid, but that was genuinely kind of the one thing that made me laugh in the game.
Right.
So yeah, I'll go with that one.
Okay, that's a good one.
Maybe Scott was just having a bit of like, kind of energy. Like you may be leaving in the summer, or you may want 400 grand a week, but I'm still the guy who tells you what to do right fucking now. So get your kid off, mate. You're going on.
I like it. Lee, what was yours, Lee?
I have to give it to young Harvey for scoring the winner after the shock of being drawn level, against 10 men. For him to go and get the winner then was nice, even if it did take a huge deflection.
She ain't winning goal of the month. She ain't winning no beauty contest, Lee, but
he went out about that, was he? That was the last thing he was about when he was running off celebrating, wasn't he?
Unfortunately, though, like as long as you get it on target, you still get credit for the goal.
As long as it's on target, yeah. If it's between the sticks, it's your goal.
He got credit for the goal because I see it now. I see it on here. He got credit for the goal.
It's an OG. We all know it's an OG, but yeah.
It was pretty much an OG, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. The kid's like, oh, why me? I mean, the other guy, you have to feel for the other guy as well. Harvey can get it. Harvey's after
a ticket to win the raffle.
Bang. No, Harvey reacted like he stuck it in the top corner from 4
yards. Yeah, he did.
He didn't give a shit. He's just like, yes.
He did.
Don't give a fuck. Yeah.
I know. Now that was a feel good moment for me. I see Bonkers.
That was a good one as well. Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah,
actually.
Bonkers
That was really good.
his feel good moment was.
Sorry. Yeah. That was
Still good
brilliant.
one was
that was
Chiesa
cool.
happy with when Elliott scored. Go ahead, and then you put and then KJ's as well, like you just said.
Because I know JK is very big on how subs react
Body
when the team. No, but I
Yeah.
know, no, seriously, but
Yeah, he is.
you always point out like,
language. It's all about the body
if
language.
a sub but Chiesa was on the pitch, right?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
he wasn't. Not for
No,
that.
he
I
wasn't
think he was
playing.
on-
No.
no, he wasn't.
No, I mean when he was celebrating, I think he actually
He was
ran
on the
onto
pitch when he
pitch.
celebrated.
Yeah,
Yeah, he ran
Yeah,
onto the pitch, which you're
Yeah,
not supposed to do,
yeah.
by the way. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to
Ego,
do
innit?
that.
yeah. He was
He
wearing
could've gotten a yellow
a warm up
card for
kit, but I mean, he was on the
Yeah,
the
he
pitch.
could have gotten yellow carded for that. Technically,
Yeah.
the ref wanted to be a dick. He could have yellow carded from that. But that's so. I imagine Jay, like that's like you often say like, oh, look at the guys who are on the bench. Look how they're celebrating when we score. Chiesa just went full Jose Mourinho down the touchline.
Yeah.
on it, like
Good
The
to see, man.
that's a guy
Elliott,
that doesn't look happy. You know.
The ref gave Elliott a card with his last act of the match, didn't he? Bizarrely for time.
Yeah, wasting time. Wasting time on a throw in. But Chiesa, all in all, he looks lively, you know. Menacing,
Ah, brilliant.
taking
Yeah.
shots.
Brilliant.
I'm really
Yeah.
happy for the lad. Fair play, man.
Oh, I love him.
Wicked.
I love him. I think he's great. I think he's brilliant. Absolutely.
I like his aura about him. He looks like a guy who knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's good to have that type of sort of guy in the squad. We've got Champions League games coming up, big games. He can be involved.
I think he's like gotten to that part and point where like you're really again seeing a player, you know, it's probably frustrating because he probably thought things. I know Brian commented on the substitutions earlier, but I mean in his mind he's probably thinking, oh, I'm ready, coach. I want to play. I should be playing possibly, and he's just not getting the opportunities, not getting the chances. But all the same, he's still obviously still trying to make the most of showing up to the pitch for training, and he's still putting the effort out there. He's still working hard to try to get himself into a level that is going to obviously catch the eye of the coach enough that it brings him confidence to say, go get him today. And I was happy to see that, we've started to slowly but surely see a little bit more of the inclusion of these players. And it's something that I was saying early, going into this run, especially, we're going to hopefully utilize this as an opportunity to get some rest for some players that might be kind of wavering a little bit on that, empty gas tank, needing to go fill up on the petrol station type situation. I saw someone in the chat mention about how they would like to see Grav possibly, or I think it was Hylor said something about he thinks that Grav is showing a little bit of not having the same level as he was having early on in the season. I don't think, pretty much, I don't think anyone really is showing those settings really. But I still think that they are all definitely wavering into a place where they could possibly get some of that energy back by having Ipswich coming up next, another game that should and hopefully will be a good matchup for us, one that we can't overlook, by the way. We can't look past it. I know that we've done that sometimes of other games in the past where a team that we should blow out shows up and ends up holding us, if not getting an early goal or something stupid like that. So let's not see that happen. Obviously, we should
I like that
definitely
we've
handle
got the extra days rest, with it being 3:00 on the Saturday. I like that we've got the extra days rest and played tonight rather than tomorrow.
I thought, I guess since you did take and now we'll hear in the line again when Lante, I think Lante is still on, he's still on mute. So when he gets off mute, I'll ask him for his. But I will say this, I did like the fact that Harvey scored. Endo's performance and just the sure man, Endo just puts in work. You might as well get him a hard hat, to put on, get him like a little metal lunch pail, and and he is an absolute he is an absolute professional. I love that the mentality he brings to the pitch. He's always that guy that is going to put a smile or make you proud that he's a Red. But also another person I thought that made me proud that he's a Red today. It's something I said on X. It's something I said before. Something I said when I showed the clips or the postings that he made, or the not postings, but the quotes that he made, and that is Harvey Elliott. I like the fact my feel good moment might have been not only him getting the goal was cool, definitely seeing the way it ended up being a deflected goal kind of took away from the fact that it wasn't some brilliant, wonder goal or something. But I enjoyed his little celebration. Took a little page out of Trent's celebration box with the old like talk, and then he was just like, cut it, enough of that stuff. Harvey ain't going nowhere. He's trying to basically, I think, say in that this guy plays for this team, and that's what he plans on doing. He plans on making his mark and making a contribution and getting us 3-point collectors, as KJ called it earlier. 3-point collectors. I like that kind of collector. So that was definitely my little feel good moment. Let me see if Nolante is with us yet. Nolante, you here? You there? Not yet. Okay.
Yeah, like for me, my feel good moment was this. What I noticed about this guys is we'll talk about a certain topic within the team and squad, and somehow Slot sorts it out, and the players end up doing what we said they should be doing. And what it was, we were like, Endo, Harvey Elliott, Tsimikas, Kwanzaa all need game time. And we've been saying it for a few weeks now, and Atlanta especially, And I've noticed since we've been sort of talking about it, Endo's played a lot in the last few games. Like he's been more involved, him and Elliott, Tsimikas, So maybe the manager's sort of telepathic, or he watches our show. It's just, he ends up doing what we sort of need him to do.
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Right. So that's a good one. That's what I liked about today's game. Endo coming on, Elliott doing what he was doing, Chiesa even. So even he got game time, Yeah, so that was for me one of the best things.
Tsimikas to get full matches as well, wasn't it?
I think Tsimikas bar that little clearance mistake to let them get 1-1, which was a joke. We were pretty sound defensively. I just felt like that was the only time they I'm really disappointed in Lille. Lille are a good little outfit. They've had big results against both Madrid teams. Beat Atletico, beat Real Madrid. But against us, I think they were pretty poor. We weren't really sort of putting our foot down on it. But I just felt like from their side of the game, the guy who scored, a lot of hype around him. He didn't do nothing the whole game by that goal.
Yeah, that was just a pretty lucky bounce that it just happened to just drop to him.
Yeah, man. Tsimikas set him up.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did.
I still haven't seen it because it's stuck the picture.
Yeah.
The minute we played it, I still didn't see it because it got stuck with his station. So I have to wait till later to see it.
Yeah,
but I think
it's nothing special to watch, to be honest with you.
Tsimikas did pretty well. Bradley and Kwanzaa. For me, Kwanzaa was sort of back to his sort of chilled, I'm in control of the situation himself, I think his passing goes underrated. He's very good at passing balls.
It was a valuable game for him tonight.
Yeah, needed it. Curtis top assist. I don't know what happened to him on that sort of collision or that he was stretching for the ball.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. I also noted that people possibly didn't see, but before he got subbed off, Lucho was kind of stretching a little bit, a little bit of a knock, it seemed like, or maybe some type of.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, he had a little sort of. I can't even remember the exact situation, but I remember the time where he sort of hurt himself. But he carried on, so hopefully him and Jones will be okay. I think Diaz played pretty well. He was a guy that throughout the game just got the ball and got about, and he was doing some beautiful passes from the left to the right. sort of really sort of getting us in control of the ball again. He gets the ball, and he's the best at it, man. He's really good at
Oh,
it.
that's not good, JJ. That's not good. I don't like to see that.
What's that?
I'm hoping that's not what the physio has said. He said it looks like he pulled his groin, JK, and he saw Lucho hobbling too. It was after a short dribble. I hope it's not his groin. That would not be good. No, we don't need another. You don't need a groin or a hamstring injury or something like that right now to Lucho. Huh?
No, I said for coaching, I think we shouldn't worry too deep into it. Let's just wait. Let's just wait.
Yeah,
We'll make an assessment.
Certainly.
Yeah.
We got Ipswich, so it isn't like a tough team on Saturday. We're sort of blessed recently with the fixtures. How we're getting on. Accrington Stanley for me was like a blessing from God. If we had Man United or Arsenal that day, it would have been stress.
Plymouth in the FA Cup in the bar.
Yeah, the next round, yeah.
10 days or something.
But Ipswich Saturday is a cool game to have.
Yeah, it is. Game. Should get the points like and keep up the run. Now that we're back on a run, a winning run.
It would have been nice if it was 2-0 today, a clean sheet again. 2-2. That would have been sweet. You know, that's why I'm really disappointed. That's the only thing about the whole game. The referee was cool. I really liked the referee. He was a nice referee. He weren't like them British Premier League sort of referees are very cocky.
Yellow card, mate. Red card, mate. Off. Oh, mate. Fucking red card, mate. You're off,
Red
mate.
card, mate. You can fucking do one.
Get off, Lucho, mate. You scumbag. Darwin, mate. You're off.
You're off.
Premier
You know,
League
but this
rules,
guy was
mate.
nice. Like he was cool, man. He was smiling with the players. You know, a sort of that relationship between referees and players has sort of vanished. It's more because the referees want to be sort of bosses of the players. Go home and tell their missus, "Nah, I told Virgil van Dijk today, keep it fucking shut." You know, that sort of bullshit.
Yeah,
but this
I hope
referee today was cool.
I do hope.
Wow.
I hope that Curtis is good to go too. I do, Abdul. I agree with you. Curtis had a little of a knock that was his knock was a little bit more concerning because he went to ground and it took a little while before he got up. But he did get up. He walked off the pitch himself. Did get subbed out, but and had McAllister come in. Maybe that was hopefully that was just precautionary as opposed to really because of his inability to continue. So and what else was there? Tom played well. Like we said earlier. I thought our front. I mean, if you really look at this game too, they got a goal. If you're just looking at the score sheet, you probably say, "Oh wow, this was a very close game." It really wasn't that close, though. It really wasn't that close. They had 4 shots, but out of those 4 shots, only one was on goal, or at least only one was. Only was. I want to say one was on target because one got blocked. Like 2 of them, I think, got blocked. One was a miss. I think 2 of them got blocked, but the one shot obviously was that was on target was the goal. But if you look at the score sheet again, you'll be like, "Oh, okay, 2-1 must have been a tight game." But realistically, it wasn't that tight of a game. It was a beginning first half was a very slow moving one. I thought for at least the ones that my perception was that it was a slow moving game in the beginning. We had throughout the entire game, we had 4 big chances. We probably could have connected on 3 of them, if not all 4. We had 5 total shots, but they only have 1 shot on net this entire game, obviously. And their goalkeeper, unfortunately, though, just only had to make 1 save. A lot of the shots that we did have on were all shots that ended up getting blocked or pushed over. But we did have quite a few, technically. Should have capitalized on the red card. We need to punish the team coming into Anfield. Fans were fantastic. Fozzie was at the game today and saw. That's cool. Saw Steve. Who they? Just went up again. Wait, I wanted to see Morton and Dan's today. Yeah, true that too.
Yeah, Steve Staunton. Yeah, Fozzie met Steve Staunton today. Yeah.
It did. Yeah, it moved up right as I was reading it. But he wanted to see Morton and Dan today. That's cool. That's cool too. I'm sure Fozzie got a picture with them too. By the way,
Yeah, he got a picture with Steve Staunton. Yeah,
I'm sure because he's got some great photos with some great Reds. Yeah.
We might have seen Morton and Dan's if it was like 3-4-0. Then you would have seen them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, that's what we're saying, man. You weren't going to see any Dans until it was like 3-4s.
Yeah.
Stupid game where, like we were saying earlier on, if we were lucky, privileged enough to position to be like 3-4 up after an hour, then you might see a Dans. But it was never going to be because that was so tight. I thought it was anybody else. I was interested in people's opinion on the Endo substitution at 1-1 because that was a very defensive. It was a defensive substitution, but it was at 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that to me was like, okay, so like Endo's a lock it down type player. Endo is 2-0 up, see it out, pure DM. You know, we'll just kind of.
But I think what it was when it was 1-0, he was getting ready to come on when it was 1-0. Because he came on straight away when it was 1-1. He was one of them ones, Because he thought 1-0 up, let's chuck Endo on, and then what happened? They scored.
And he kind of went with it. Was like the previous one. Do you remember what in the previous game when the boys were on the pitch, were on the line ready to go? It was Darwin and someone else, and we needed a goal, and then we got a goal. Yeah, Jota, and then he was like, "Nah," he said, "Fuck it, I'll just send them both on anyway."
Mm-hmm.
The Man United game.
Oh, the Manchester
United
game. Yeah. I was gonna say, Jota wasn't at this game, but okay, now I understand what you're talking about.
But yeah, no, I just
came on in the 46th minute. Was McAllister came in for Curtis? Obviously, I think that was probably again, hopefully a precautionary reason for the knock that he picked up.
Oh, he was obviously going off at halftime, even though he's you can tell. I said it straight away. He'll go off at halftime. Absolutely.
And then Harvey Elliott came in for Grav. And
that was
interesting switch. Interesting switch.
Yeah, a totally different type of. But I think Elliott played pretty well as well.
You see, that's why I was going to say. That's why I was thankful that you brought that up because when I thought about it afterwards, it was like that made sense because of those previous changes. Because you could now drop in Endo into the DM, and it was actually more of an offensive change.
Right, exactly.
It allowed
that's
you
what I
to
was
free
about
up
to allude
Mac
to.
and yeah, that's the way I looked at it. And it was like, okay, now it made sense because you're going to do that, then you don't want
you
Mac
could possibly see McAllister get McAllister. You don't have to worry about having because there were times when McAllister actually, which is probably somewhat as a 9, you have your space and you have your little room in the box, but there were like, for instance, a couple of moments where they were they were going forward, and I remember seeing McAllister and Elliott both centrally and so far advanced that they were in front of Nunez in the progression of the play, to the point where like Nunez, had no space to go. So he had to play off to the left of them and behind them because Mac and both Mac and Elliott were looking for, we're straight going for trying to get a pass in the legs. And I was like, okay, yeah. By the way, good night, Kev.
Take care, Kev.
Take care.
Please, Kev.
Good seeing you, brother.
Take care, Kevin.
Night, Kev.
But yeah, that was something I recognized because, you know, McAllister and Elliott could both play the 10, but they're playing more of like somewhat of advanced eights that were like able to roam and go and definitely go forward. And we were seeing a little bit of that, especially when you have an Endo. And again, that's why I do like the combinations of players that we have here. You know, players that can, you know, depending on what and where you put them, you can definitely see the formations kind of change and adjust throughout the entire game. Whereas then you might have a 4-2-3-1, and then you might have a 4-3-3, and then you could have various forms of variations in between those two as well. So,
yeah, but the big, like, all in all, I think we did well, and I think we handled that other team pretty well as well. You know, I think they were really poor. I think they weren't even
Oh,
good,
they were
were
very
they? Come
poor.
on, I was
JK,
really
they were
shocked.
really disappointing, weren't they?
Yeah, man. I was like,
Really
come on.
disappointing.
Because Nilante, before the game, was really confident. He was going like 2-3-0 or something. And what it was, I wanted to say, Lille beat the both Madrid teams. And they're pretty nice little outfit. But I thought, you know what, sorry, I ain't going to say it. And if I did say it and they could come out with that, I'd be, oh, God. So they were really bad. They were really bad. So I'm happy in
Yeah,
that way we
you could
sort of
see it
handled it.
watching them. They had no interest in attacking us, JK. After like 20
Nothing.
minutes, you're like, yeah, they're not even going to bother. It was like Forest, you know, they're like, no, we
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, we don't care
Yeah,
sort of attitude.
but the no Forest. That's the thing.
But
The
no, I
no
mean in
Forest.
terms of the whole like they had
We're
no
not going to
interest in
attack.
attacking kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It
So
was
that
just
was
like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so you're just gonna do that thing. Right, okay.
Mm.
It kind of made for a real yeah, they tried it a bit later on, but I think I'm with Jacob, and I was just like, geez, I was expecting, you know,
A bit more.
you know, I know something, you know,
Yeah.
from them, but they were just like, well, we'll just take whatever we got kind of vibe.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're on that flow. But it's all good for us. I think what a lot of people don't understand is when you're on top of the leagues, Champions League and Premier League, is that a lot of teams already are defensively minded before they even get on the pitch. Like, bloody hell, we're against Liverpool today at home. Liverpool are at home. Let's just play like this today. If anything comes, we get lucky, we'll take it. That's why you might see these sort of performances but from some teams. And we've been sort of lucky in that way. So playing and winning every game and being on top of the table, it's like a mental thing, and it's very important. Hence why I wanted to win today, because whenever we play any team, they're already sort of thinking, you know what, let's get everyone behind the ball, and that gives us more opportunity to attack. You know, they're very rarely. Look, Man United attacked us. Look what they did, is they scored 2 goals.
Mm.
You know, so I think we're sort of being at the top, winning nearly every game, makes the opposition sort of very cautious, and it's all good for us then. That's why hence winning is very important, and being at the top, it gives you a bit of an advantage before the game even starts.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. It's nothing like being on top of the league. Nothing
nice, man.
like being
That's
on
nice.
top of the league.
Thomas Frank, the Brentford manager, I really like him, and he was like, Liverpool right now are the best in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Top guy. I've always liked him. That's why I was happy he didn't go to Man United. I said they'll destroy him. Like, if he went there, no. Stay at Brentford. You're doing all right there.
Yeah. Very true. Form, winning, confident is an important factor. Yes, it is. It is. There's no real better booster of confidence than winning. Certainly not. Our next fixtures: Ipswich, PSV, Bournemouth, Spurs. Is that the League Cup game, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's to do that. That's Premier League, Champions League, Premier League, League Cup, FA Cup. Premier League.
Yep. That's that makeup game too.
Yeah. They're pretty good pictures when you look at it.
Yeah.
But there's
Bournemouth is in form though right now.
In form. Bournemouth are probably the only one.
I don't want to play them. I do not want to play them. Don't want to play them.
Yeah.
When Brighton worries, everyone's got to worry, man. I swear, when
No.
Brighton's always like normally chilled, but like when he worries about a team and stuff, Bournemouth are
Yep.
looking good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll give them
Bournemouth.
that. But we'll beat them.
The team that our former sporting director, or not former, but our current sporting director was obviously their sporting director, and he appointed that coach, and he put together that team, and they are looking very, very tough. Very, very tough.
Yeah.
The guy that some people say doesn't know what he's doing or something.
The Ipswich one, it's Ipswich,
It's
Bournemouth,
funny.
Everton. Those
I'm
are our
happy.
3 games. Those are league games.
Yeah.
Those are our 3 league games. So Tottenham is semi-final in the League Cup, Plymouth. Yeah. Ipswich, okay. Yeah, we've got to be backing ourselves. But right now, Bournemouth, and then Everton with bloody David Moyes and their new
It'll be
freaking manager,
difficult.
and all that. That's going to be horrible.
That's
You
a
know,
He's
team
going to
game.
make that
Yeah.
so bad.
That's what we need
Remember
them to lose. Like their next league games, get them down, bring them back down to earth like the win at the weekend. So for me, Everton need to lose. I don't want them to be confident playing against us. So that. So and I think
we're
that's
going to
the
need.
result.
I don't think it matters, to be honest, JK, because look at Man United, they were struggling and look what happened, they done to us.
Yeah.
So whether they win, whether Everton win or not, I don't think they'll make a difference. It's just about us. It's just about
we're
what
going
we
to need
do. That
Robbo,
is it.
Ibu,
It's going to be a hard
the
game.
big boys.
No, I think, yeah, it's a derby. Exactly.
Yeah,
We need
you're going
everyone
to
to
need
go.
that Robbo energy. He
Yeah.
knows what it means. We need Ibu, the
Robbo,
strength,
Trent.
Mac.
Yeah.
All the boys who put tackles
Salah
in.
needs
they
a
can do
performance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, Brian.
Diaz
Our attack
even.
needs to be on point.
We've
You
got the
can't.
Plymouth right before the derby, so we'll be able to rest quite a lot of players for the Plymouth game. He'll probably play Kwanzaa now.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big changes for Plymouth. Big
I wish
changes.
the
that was
players
at
are
home.
us.
I wish that was at home. That one.
Mm.
That would have been cool. But out of them fixtures, I'm looking forward to the Tottenham game. I just want to beat them in that semi-final. Like the others, I know we're going to just take care of. Everton, yeah, it could be a little bit tricky, you know what I mean? But other than that, PSV won today, I think, 3-2. Yeah. So them games are pretty nice. Come on. Like, if you had to pick some opposition, 1, 2, 3, 4, the next 5, and we got that, you'd be like, oh, yeah, happy days. I'll say that.
No. 100% JK. But as you know, no game it's done. If it's paper on the 90 minutes, it's different. I mean, look at the Tottenham away game. We weren't that poor, but we were bang average.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it, and that was embarrassing not to score a goal against Tottenham, that Spurs team who've lost 12 times. I know we beat them in the league, so I'm expecting a better performance from Anfield at home. And we should be. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't care if they have Van der Ven, Romero come back. We should be beating them. We should be stealing one of them. The players will know that they were average, and Slot. Obviously, for Slot, it'll be potentially his first final. So we'll be expecting better. So at the end of the day, it's all down to these players. At the end of the day, it's all down to these players.
Mm-hmm. Exciting times, though. Come on, good times.
It is, but like I said, I'm just a cautious one because as much as it's exciting times in games, every game's different, and we could be saying something different. So let's see. Well, like I said, for me, I'm been there before, so let's see. Let's just see.
I got you. So we got the special one, we got the normal one, and now we have the cautious one. I got you. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm a confident one.
And the confident one, right?
It's a special one.
Humble though, but I'm not cocky with it. I'm just confident,
Yeah.
you know.
There you go.
You got to be like that, you know. When you see other opposition fans like how they are, like I'm like, come on, man. We got to have a bit of like confidence. I think in that Man United game, the players looked like they had no confidence going into that game. Hence why you need confidence playing big games.
Yeah.
Keep it humble though. You don't have to be arrogant with it. Keep it like cool, you know. But be confident and a little bit with a hint of arrogance. You know, because Virgil plays like that. No, because Virgil plays like
Just a
that.
touch.
What?
Just a
You
touch.
know, yeah,
Right. There you go.
arrogance touch. That what Virgil plays with, like, oh, we're gonna beat these, don't worry about it, we'll sort it out. You know,
Yeah, have
like,
aura. Just a bit of aura. How about that? A bit of aura.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit of aura.
Just a little touch.
But that's pretty good.
Yeah, a little.
Just that bloody cooking program.
Right.
Good saying,
Just a little.
Abdul. That's a good
Yeah,
one. Very
Got
good shout, Abs.
Saute in the background, giving you a little, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Saute, yeah. Wait, Ben over a red shirt. He's a curse.
No.
No, like I say, look, I think it chimes with may not chime with everybody, may not chime, but look, I think with Liverpool, I think there's nothing worse than a bad winner. You know, I think that's Liverpool. You know, be a winner, do so, but do it class. Don't be arrogant. Don't be all that about it. Yeah, we win, but you win with a bit of class. You lose with a bit of class. I don't think you can lose with class if you don't win with class, with humility. You know, realize that even if you do win something, you always had a bit of luck along the way, and it was your year that year. It might be someone else's that next year.
Yeah.
But that's the one thing that we always have as fans. I think is even when we do win, we have that class about it, that bit of humility about it. Be good winners. You know, congratulate your opponent. You know, all of that. Recognize their strengths, but just, you know, take pride in your own. But never be a dick about it, you know. That's why I always see Liverpool is like, we always recognize our opponents, how good they were, how much of a struggle it was. And, well, yeah, just be a good winner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was quite scary how badly Bournemouth battered Newcastle at Newcastle, wasn't it? Like, to have to go to their place and play them so soon after that isn't the easiest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we can serve out a little humble pie.
They didn't have batter Newcastle, didn't they? They were all over them for the entire match. They scored more.
Newcastle has been in absolute
Great form.
Stratospheric form. They've been great.
But
that was definitely, as KJ put it, they got a little bit of humble pie in the sense of any team has the capability of humbling you. We've had our own servings of that this year, despite the fact that we've been almost next to perfect or close, very close to it. But yeah, we were able to get this win today. It wasn't a case of us, falling short simply because of a certainly fortuitous bounce of the ball to them. We got our certainly fortuitous deflection of the ball as well. So it kind of equaled out. And the goal though from Mohamed Salah was a fantastic goal though. That was absolutely a fantastic shot and a great accomplishment achieved by our Egyptian king, getting his 51st goal in Europe, and now again tying Henry for 9th place on that table. They both sit at 51. I'm certain he probably wouldn't mind going up against PSV and breaking that record, or not breaking that record, breaking that tie. He'll have time to do it. Hopefully, he doesn't look at it that way. But we will see. We will see what happens. Nice little stretch of games as Brian also, as Abdul highlighted, but Brian spoke on earlier about how the next fixtures all fall with a mixture of FA Cup, League Cup. Is there any there's no Champions League in there, but no, there is.
PSG.
PSG. Yeah. So we got a quad.
Yeah, we got the whole smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Going in there.
Trying to think what we would call that. Quad-centric, quad. quadripheric. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. Quadrific. How about we call it that? Making up words. Quadrific.
Well, let's just call it a quadraphonic set of fixtures, okay?
There you go.
Quadraphonic.
Go.
Quadraphonic. No, bro. I tell you, the chords countdown.
Yeah, definitely. Quadraphonics. So yeah. On to Ipswich, then on to PSV, then on to Bournemouth, and then on to Spurs, Plymouth, and then Everton. You could even say, I guess, throwing since it is a derby, that is a special game too. So.
Oh, the last ever Goodison.
Yeah, I get to use my graphic that I made like a month ago or something. So yeah, the final game.
Typical Liverpool for that to be postponed, though. Just typical Scousers with all their drama. Very typical of us, though, to get that. I don't know. There's something very Liverpool about that, for it to be like all ready to go, and then it has to happen again. But I'm expecting, now that Moyes is back, I was just like, yeah, this guy and his Moyes stuff, that is going to be an absolute battle of a game. But yeah, like you said, it's all seasons in one day. There, we've got in space of 4, 5. We've got a League Cup game, an FA Cup game, league games, and Champions League. So everybody's going to get their runs now. Yeah. Rio, we'll see Rio again. We'll see in the next few games, we're going to see everybody again. Players getting games, especially in that Plymouth game, PSV game. Because these other games, the Bournemouth game, that's going to be a tough one. Hopefully get the 3 points from Ipswich. Use that as a springboard. But that's an incredible little run of games. I think you're going to see the whole squad utilized to its maximum in those games.
Oh yeah. Shout out Anfield Roar in the house. Big up. Oh man, what a fun time to be a Red. What a fun time to be a Red. It's close. I don't know if I could play it because it's got music. I'm gonna have to work on that clip. But I would love to play the Trading Places Red. Trading Traces. Looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, my Reds. Right? Feeling good, yes. Looking good, my Reds. Feeling good, my Reds. Great movie if you haven't ever seen it. I know it's an old movie. Some out there might be feeling like Trading Places. What the heck is that? But yeah. Feeling good, looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Lewis. That's the line. You'll like that movie. Oh, big up.
I'm real blessed, man.
In the house. Big up.
Squidly. I know, see. No, big up.
There you go.
See you, copy, Squidly.
Definitely. Big up. Yeah. There is great movie, by the way. Great movie. You gotta check it out. If you haven't seen that movie, check it out. If you have seen that movie, maybe you want to watch it again. It's fun romp. One of Eddie Murphy's early movies in his career that definitely was comedic gold. A lot of funny clips in there.
Who do you reckon was funnier, Charlie or Eddie?
Oh, who was funnier?
Charlie. I like Charlie.
Well, Charlie's a better storyteller.
Yeah.
Huh?
Charlie's a better storyteller, but Charlie couldn't do what Eddie did.
Yeah. True.
But Charlie Murphy's funny in his own way.
Yeah.
Charlie
Murphy's done stand-up. He's done a little bit of stand-up.
Yeah.
But
Charlie can just
story
tell
about
funny
Prince.
stories that he already knows. He couldn't make up comedy.
Yeah. Charlie Murphy's a good. Rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. Obviously, but like.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a very, very funny person with some very funny stories. But Eddie Murphy is just an absolute legend.
Eddie's just a
Comedic
genius.
legend. Yeah, he's a
Eddie's a
comedic
genius.
genius. Yeah. Do you know that funny story? Did you know that he bet Richard Pryor $100,000 that he can make a hit record? He can make a #1 hit record.
Oh, I heard it.
And that's why he came up with the song that he wrote.
Oh, what a song.
Yeah, that's a crazy story, right?
Uh-huh.
Who did Eddie or Charlie?
No, Eddie Murphy bet Richard Pryor $100,000. Richard Pryor bet him $100,000. Whichever way it went. Eddie Murphy was probably like, oh, I bet you I can make a hit record. And Richard Pryor's like, you can't make no hit record. You know how they go, probably, back and forth, like throwing digs at each other. And he said, I bet you $100,000 I can. And Richard Pryor took the bet. And yeah.
Party all the
My
time.
girl likes to party all the time. Later, he's got $100,000. Or I don't know if he ever paid up, but that was the.
Yeah, I mean, but it was an all right lead. The song.
Maybe that was yeah. Maybe that's how he took $100,000 off of his like a movie they did together or something.
That must have been like a hit over Party All the Time.
Yeah, My Girl Likes to Party All the Time. That song is his hit record. Was a hit record.
Okay.
Right. He said he can make a Billboard hit, and he made one.
No.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't know. It's just I saw that. It was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting story. But anyway, yeah, Richard Pryor, funny guy too, absolute comedic legend as well. Great comedians. But we're about. I think we got like 10 more minutes left. We can rock another 10 more minutes. Yeah. Prince and Trier Code. Yeah. The story that they talk. Yeah, some of the stories about Charlie Murphy tells, because Charlie was definitely more of the he was more of the party guy. Eddie Murphy is certainly a very family-oriented person and likes not saying
Charlie was more street. Yeah, Charlie was more street, where Eddie Murphy was a smart guy with a suit on.
Yeah,
Comedy, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I like Charlie. He's just like, he was just the way he was, He was just top class, man.
Yeah, top class for sure. Yeah. But you never know, man. You never know. Rest in peace to Prince too. Too many of the greats that are no longer with us. Rick James. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But
Michael Jackson.
14 when I first got Eddie Murphy Raw. There was like a gang of us, like we were a football team, and we watched it like in the manager's house. Eddie Murphy Raw, when he does the Mr. T stuff and that.
Yeah, don't tell that. Don't tell that story. All right, but yes, that is a funny part. Yeah. That is a funny. No,
in '87. You know what I mean? That was a big show.
Do not do the impression or tell the story. But
Lee, you need Delirious before Raw. Watch Delirious before Raw.
Delirious is awesome. Raw. Eddie Murphy Raw is hilarious. Definitely. It's unique.
Coming to America.
Richard Pryor was one of those, was a purveyor of being able to take comedy, have a comedy, like have a stand-up comedy performance, make it into a movie, and have people have the brilliance of having people be able to see that, because obviously Richard Pryor Live at the Sunset Strip is possibly one of the before the Eddie Murphy ones. Obviously, that was one of the biggest stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
Richard Pryor is funnier than Murphy. But it's one of those things. No Richard Pryor, no Eddie Murphy. No Eddie Murphy, no. What would you no Chris Rock? It's one of those things.
I say no. Hey, shout out
Richard Pryor
There's no Red
Richard
Fox.
Pryor is better than everybody.
No Red Fox. There's no Richard Pryor, possibly.
But exactly, Red Fox. I didn't want to go too deep on that. But
I know. We're making ourselves sound like grandpa.
No, but I know who Red Fox is. I watched one of his shows on 2 days ago.
Mhm.
He's on the Midnight Special. But I was just looking at there. I just watched the video for that in the background, and it was starting, and it's Eddie Murphy walking into the box and Rick James is in there and everything. I was like, I've never heard this song. I don't know this, and it hadn't really started. But
Yeah,
then when it
Richard,
started, I was like, oh, it's that song.
yeah,
I
Rick
know that.
James actually
I
helped him
had
write.
no idea.
Yeah,
I had no idea that was Eddie. I know that song, the party all the time. That
yeah,
thing.
yeah. That
I
was
had
him.
no
Rick
idea
James
that was
helped
Eddie
him write
Murphy.
write that song.
Mm.
But that's the first time I've ever seen the video.
Yeah,
I'd never seen it. I have heard that song. I had no idea that was Eddie Murphy.
yeah,
I've just learned that tonight that was actually Eddie Murphy that sang that. But
yeah,
yeah, if you
Yeah.
watch the video, it's like him like walking into the studio with all his celeb buddies there, and they're like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And Rick James is there with like the
mhm.
most Rick James haircut you've ever seen, but it's
Yeah,
blonde,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
that's extra. Um, I didn't know. Yeah, wow, I know the party all the time song. That was Eddie Murphy. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking crazy. That never got airplay over here. That's like one of the USA MTV songs that didn't cross over to European MTV, but that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
KJ, come on, man. I mean, I think I think if you want to do one, dude, can we have a Chappelle show quiz? I think you should write the questions. I think if you want to do it, man, I think you should write the questions because I think you would already know all of the answers.
that possibly could give
And
us
Yeah,
answers.
that probably could. Yeah. To
oh
be
yeah,
fair.
and can I just say, as a
Yeah.
white person, I ain't asking
Yeah,
any of
yeah.
those
There
questions.
you go. There you go.
I am not asking
We're
any
gonna
of those.
force you to be the host
KJ.
of that one.
White
Yeah,
guy,
Exactly. We don't want to be
not
sanitized. We don't want to
lying.
be decensored.
yeah. There you
Mm-hmm.
go.
Yeah, there's a lot of words I
Oh
can't say.
man.
Yeah. Sorry. Private chat. Open chat.
But yeah, we are coming to the end of the show here. I hope that you guys enjoyed the little bit of the viral sensations that we brought to the fold here with some of the takes and some of the reactions that we had to this game. A game, again, that sees us continue our undefeated streak in the Champions League. A game that obviously got to see us be victorious, which is one of the most important parts about it. We continue winning. We continue moving on. It's another game that we have out of our way. And now it's on. Well, now we will stay because next game is home against Ipswich. So we have, these two back-to-back home games, but this one will be in the Premier League, and we hopefully can get some positive results from other teams in the league. We'll certainly do a preview of that. Also, if you do not have your teams together, don't do what I did last week and not put in the right lineup, and not get your lineup out there. Oh man, it hurts when you have goal scorers on the bench. Let me say that right now.
Oh
So,
dear.
Uh-oh.
so if you have your fantasy football teams with us,
It's
definitely be
amateur
sure.
hour again, is it? Is it amateur
Yeah,
hour
it's
again? Is it?
it makes you feel so bad. If you can, definitely, I would just say don't. I'm just saying it because I want everyone to do well in the league and have fun with it. So be sure to get your lineup set and corrected and put on to the spot that you want to have them at. And yeah, we will allow for the guys to say their last parts of the show. So let's just go around the horn. We'll start with Brian, go to Lee, then go to JK, and let Nalante Nalante end the show. So Brian, anything you'd like to say?
Like I said, what would we have given for this, 4 months ago, to be where we are right now. So everything from here on is it's not just bonus, but this is Yeah, this is dreamland right now. You know, it doesn't feel like it because we're Liverpool, but yeah, right now we're top of everything, ready to go in 4 comps. So ignore all the negative energy and yeah, just go with it. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy
You
it.
know,
Enjoy it.
don't worry about goal difference. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that.
Go ahead, Lee. What would you like to say to the people?
Well, on the subject of goal difference, it wouldn't matter if we only beat Ipswich 1-0. I think we've got some room left in their net after City put 6 past them. They would go and do that right before we had to play them, wouldn't they? Put 6. But anyway,
Mhm.
as long as they let 1 in against us. Arsenal only won 1, which
Only
didn't
didn't-
they?
only issue was only didn't-
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, it
Just
might
go
not,
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
might
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish statement.
it might not be an absolute battering of Ipswich, might it? But we'll see anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll all be able to share in it together. JK, how about for yourself? What would you like to say? Oh, JK's on mute. So JK's possibly thinking what he'd like to say. He's maybe messing. Okay, you got your chihuahua under control. Uh-oh.
And all of a sudden, I heard something go, John
Oh man.
Had to be done. Had to be done, man.
Oh god. Topa's thinking, what? JK? What?
I know.
Ali Murphy.
Superman.
I told you I like Charlie. Oh, you
Yeah.
sound like oh, bro.
big
Hey,
old
nice,
game.
man.
That was
A
good.
good time to have a laugh, you know. Long time coming, man.
Yes.
Good time.
Cold-blooded for sure.
Cold blooded, yeah. I'm at the cat at the basketball court, right? You know, me and my homies playing some basketball. We met Prince.
I reckon the Lante can do stand up, man. I reckon it'd be
Oh, man.
funny, like proper.
That's funny.
Oh,
Delonte, what would you like to say to people before we bounce out here?
my days. For it to change the directory.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what can we say? We've done it again, haven't we?
Yeah.
The Reds go marching on. But I'm going to leave it as that because I'll say my last words in a minute. So, can you please, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe as you do, as you good people do, and all that. I need to try and get more people on this channel. You can see the work rate of the most of the hosts. 12th man, the man with the frying pan from Arizona. Catch him if you can.
That's
Got the
right.
fine Irishman, Brian. Any debate, he'll come to you. He'll come full guns blazing. The fine Irishman. We've got our correspondent once again back. Welcome back
Yes.
to Lee's been on the hiatus, and his
Yeah.
hiatus has been in the Anfield getting the latest news and gossip in the club, and
Sure.
now he's back again, Lee. We'll leave for the Anfield race, and then of course, man, come on, man, bro, the man,
Summer
was the man, the Bundesliga, anything in Germany, JK, Charlie Bonfire.
You went to Studio 50.
Yeah, he's here, JK.
We walking.
JK.
And ladies and gentlemen, as it goes, I'll leave you with this, my final words, final thoughts of today. And it goes something like this: 7 out of 7, top of the league. It seems that Liverpool are in heaven.
Mm.
But we keep on killing them. Harvey Elliott got his well-deserved goal. Liverpool FC, haters, friends, or people who mentioned, if you don't know, now you know. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just leave another word from our famous ex-manager, Mr. Klopp. Oh my God! Once again, yeah. You talk about goals, yeah. Oh my God, Darwin, was it Mo? Mo to the goal, boom! Wonderful, wonderful. I say wonderful. Good night, guys. Good night.
Good night. Good night, people. Hope you guys have a great one out there. Please do hit the like, hit the comment, or drop a comment if you'd like. If you can, it'd be nice. If you don't, all the same, still love and good peace tidings to you. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Hopefully with smiles on our faces and some good positive stuff to bring to the fold. We will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. And as always, up the Reds each and every time.